Hi, this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson. We have Sully back here with us today for his 6th treatment that he's come in for right sacroiliac pain and sciatica. Now, a lot of people think that lumbar radiculopathy or sciatica only can come from a herniated disc, but it cannot. And most often, actually, it comes from the sacroiliac joint, the big pelvic joint right down here, that forms the majority of the sciatic nerve all the way down into the calves. And he's been having problems with his calves hurting and spasming up on him and cramping as well as the leg pain, and even getting some groin pain from that, which a lot of people most often do when their SI joints are misaligned. SI is short for sacroiliac. So let's show them how we're doing this, Sully. Let's have you close your eyes first and flex your head forward and backwards, please. And then neutral. Yep. Now you can see just by looking at his posture there, his head's a little bit forward and downward. That's called a forward head posture. A lot of you have asked me to do videos regarding forward head posture. This is that video. This creates increased weight-bearing compressive stress on the muscles from the occiput all the way down to his sacrum and pelvis in the low back. So when his head's forward even this much, see, it's dropping right here over his clavicle, and it should be back here over his shoulder. That's why his shoulders are kind of rounding forward and his hands are out in front of him here, see? Because when we get his shoulders squared up, his hands will be at his sides where they're supposed to be, and his head and neck will be up like this where his ears over his shoulders. Does that feel different to you, Sully? Yeah, does that feel better?
Yep.
Yep. So see, our job is to get him standing up like this naturally without having to try to do that. But it's a process. But he's already doing much better on his 6th visit. We had a little bit of slow time getting there, but now he's finally, I think, come over the hurdle enough to where we're getting some better results. Okay, so let's go ahead and come over here and decompress you first. Now, the storms quit here in Houston today, so we got a big, beautiful view of outside downtown Houston today, the Galleria everywhere from our suite. There we go. You can slide down just a little bit here, Sully. Now, Sully's a big weightlifter, and this has been interrupting his workouts quite a bit, huh, Sully?
Yes, sir.
So we're working to get his athletic prowess back and do the types of workouts that he's used to doing without having these problems. So see, we want to bring the legs up parallel with the floor so it relaxes and changes the angle in the SI joints in the pelvis, so it relaxes the paraspinal muscles of the entire spine. And we put this towel around his occiput. One person asked me on a comment one time why I didn't manually decompress the occiput and atlas. Well, I do. I just did it right there. I'm manually decompressing everything in the spine from the occiput, which is the skull, all the way down to the sacrum. Did you feel that all the way down?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, good. There's the cervical. Okay, drop this one in my hand. There you go. Cervical rotary brake. Learned that at Palmer College of Chiropractic, and that's a true blue tested cervical adjustment. Okay, so let me help you up sideways here. And you always want to get up sideways like that to keep the vertebra from slipping backwards. There we go. I'm going to put your head down just a little bit here. Oh boy, I've been much better playing basketball in this room. Legs are even until I get up here, and then the left one goes a little short. That tightens up right there, doesn't it? At the very end?
Yes, sir.
Right here. Yep. So see, his left SI joint right there is off. His leg's not anatomically shorter by a quarter of an inch. It just got that way because of the functional misalignment of the sacroiliac joint. Now I'm on his right SI joint. His sacrum right in the center of the pelvis, which is a middle triangular shaped bone. And the tailbone or the coccyx is at the very end of the sacrum. There. A lot of people call their sacroiliac joints, their hips. They'll say, oh, my hip hurts right here. That's really not your hip. That's the SI joint. The hips are actually out here on the side, deep down in there. But they do articulate with the ilii on each side, or ilium, singular, ilii, plural. So sacroiliac joint is the joining of the sacrum and the ilium. And there is a whole vast lumbosacral and sacroiliac plexus of nerves that comes out of there and goes down in through the buttocks into the anterior, posterior, and lateral thigh, and all the way down into the anterior and posterior leg, or the calf muscles with gastrocnemius and soleus, and then also the front muscle in the leg, which is called the tibialis anterior. And sometimes people will get cramps both front and back. Sully here has just been getting mostly cramps in his calf and tightness in his calf when he's working out. And that's coming from the S1 nerve root specifically, which is why I'm adjusting right here at L5-S1. S1 just means the sacrum and the first sacral nerve. Now we'll retest his leg length, and it's even now. And what we hope is that it stays even, which it does this time. I bet you that hurt less, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So Sully's a big guy, so I'm going to get out my Black & Decker Turbonator on him. Has an incredible tolerance for pain with this Turbonator. Most people that have spasms in their calves and calf pain or leg pain, they're bouncing off the table. Keep asking about when we're going to get our new BioPhysics table, and I got word yesterday that it should be here around the 15th of this month, so 15th of March. Today's the 10th, so that should be next week sometime, hopefully. We'll see. It's being custom built, so that's why it's taking a little bit longer. I've got special drop pieces being put on the cervical headpiece and angles and the drops, and making it available to do toggle recoils, which is absolutely the very first adjustment ever done in chiropractic by D.D. Palmer and Dr. B.J. Palmer. And I love toggling the Atlas because you get a lot of things done with the one adjustment. It's called hole-in-one. And it's kind of like my ring dinger, it gets everything. I'm only adjusting the C1 vertebrae right under the skull, which surrounds the brainstem, or the medulla oblongata. And that's what controls our most basic primordial functions as human beings, which is cardiovascular and respiratory function. Very good. Okay, Sully, I'm going to have you lock your right leg straight and lift that whole leg off the table. Good. Do the same thing now with the left one. See, those are even. I bet you that didn't hurt on either side, did it? Good. Okay. Now, We're going to work our way up here. Just keep exhaling. Okay. There we go. As you saw from our video yesterday, we take care of some really big guys, including some NFL players. Some of them barely fit through that door. So I get my workouts in here, just adjusting patients and bent forward all day, so I need to get adjusted. A lot of you have been asking where Dr. Jutman is as well. We got him a room in here as well, that he sees his patients when he's here. He only really treats automobile accident patients. And I'm on all the health insurance plans, or most all of them anyway. We do Medicare, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas. United Healthcare is the best policy out there. And we're also a Medicare Part B provider. Now I did a little bit of this manual therapy, deep tissue stuff on patients just to get a feel for where their issues are so that Joseph can get in there and do a much more thorough job of that after I get done adjusting them. It's even, and it stays even. Did that hurt at all? No. Excellent. Okay, my friend, let's turn you on your back now. Okay, so we got his sacroiliac joints lined up, so, and his muscles working better. So right now I'm gonna, okay, relax your leg. There we go, that was better. You feel that one in your knee and your hip? Okay. Notice I get the contact right below the knee. He's got a little bit of play laterally on his knee here. There, that moved that great too. Do you feel that in your knee and back? Yes, sir. Okay, let's hit you out and look out the window there. Look at that great view of downtown Houston right there. Joseph, can you get that in the view? I don't know if they'll be able to see downtown from here, but we got a spectacular view of downtown, of the Galleria. Oh man, moved earth on that one. All right. Okay. And so we've had you going to work out after your adjustments a lot of the times. Are you feeling increased strength after your adjustments?
Oh yeah.
And you're not hurting as bad either, right?
No.
So,
I just go easy, but...
So being an athlete, go ahead and turn around to Joseph here. Being an athlete like you are, and a lot of athletes watching this, how would you recommend that they prepare to be their peak performance? This?
Yep, just get adjustment, and sometimes they hold you back when you got a good chiropractic. Just a little bit of work and you get there.
As long as we're working together as a team, we're going to get you there,
yeah.
right? All right, good. So we're still going to shoot him, even though he said all those nice things. Okay. Let's have you flex your head forward and backwards again. And then neutral, good. See, he's right down the middle everywhere, and see his hands are just a little bit out front of him, so we're still going to have him pull his shoulders up and back. Flare the palms out like that, and then here's the most important part of this. Backwards on the Z-axis, and then looking straight up on the X-axis, rotating on the X-axis, superiorward. Okay, you can relax now. Let's try that same thing again, so let's see if this feels any smoother to you. Yep, look better. See how your hands are more at your sides now? They're not totally over there, but they're more back than they were before. Your shoulders aren't rounding as much this time. Mm-hmm. So this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, and solely coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. And don't wait to get your problems fixed, because then they become harder to fix. So get on them as soon as you have them. As soon as you have back pain or neck pain or knee pain or shoulder pain or whatever kind of pain, including hiatal hernia and acid reflux, give us a call or get on our website at advancedhoustonchiropractor.com. We'll see you next time.